upset if something doesn't go right. You learn from mistakes. Son of a gun, and I have made more mistakes than everybody put together. Shake it off. Beat the devil out of it and go about your business. Over and over again, I say, we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Son of a gun, and I have made more mistakes than everybody put together. Shake. Over and over again. Over and over. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Don't make mistakes. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. I say don't make mistakes. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Don't make mistakes. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Don't make mistakes. Don't get upset if something doesn't go right. Happy accidents. Don't get upset. Happy accidents. Don't get
Apparently nothing was connected? Settle down, light bulb. Hey guys, how's it going? What a great start. So I don't know if I'll be able to switch cameras today. There we go. Alright, let's make sure I can see if you guys... There we go. Ah! Started breakfast a little late. That's my fault. And then that led this whole thing to get late, because I was hoping to start like 30 minutes ago. But it's okay. We got stuff to do. So we're going to be painting our camping stuff, and I'm going to work on this platform. I got a good chunk of it done. It looks a lot rougher in the middle than it is on the outside, and that has a lot more to do with how I've been texturing. But I think that's okay. I got just a handful of more bricks left before I have to cut up a new batch. And once I'm done with these, we'll move on to painting. Simple as that. Making a mess. All right. Cool. Roughed them out. It's really about beveling those edges with my hands, and then the hardcore texture comes afterwards with the tinfoil. So let's get some glue on this and get to work. See if the camera switch works. Nope. You're stuck looking at my face. Yeah, I'll do that. At least that way you guys can see. So I'm actually going to just use my finger. I was just putting bricks in. That's how this day is gonna go. Alright, so I do want... Okay, so these are gonna line up. Trying to think of the brick pattern. The next episode of Curse of Amity Island is pretty much ready to go. I do have to pop up the thumbnail, as well as the next Uncut's ready to go. I just want to get further in the following episode before I release it. Something that I've noticed is over the years of doing tabletop content, releasing timely on a locked off schedule is really hard. It's probably harder than vlogs or anything else. because you're essentially doing movies, and it's hard. So just taking my time to get the edits done and in a better place, making sure that the episode is good, that I can deliver to you guys, is probably the smartest thing to do. Also, people enjoy binging tabletop series more than waiting every week. Unless it was like a live stream weekly, you know? Which I do not do. So I'm keeping that in consideration. I want you to be able to binge your favorite show versus try to keep up weekly. And I'm working on them every day, morning and evening, including the next episode of the Lore podcast, which we just recorded the next 2 episodes after that. The Lord of Vader! While on top of that, I'm working for freelance and full-time video editor. So, it's non-stop editing. Dropping these bricks in like I'm an architect. There we go. Top-down camera's not working today, so I hope this will do. We're almost out of bricks, which means we can move on to painting the camp set. This platform takes so many bricks. Cool. So, we're now at this. You can see on that side, we're doing not too bad. It's basically going to be a really nice, like, combat platform or stage or whatever it really needs to be. Afterwards, I will chip off the edges, and then I'm going to carve in the side my stone texture pattern. I don't know what I'm going to do on the other side, though. That'll be interesting. Maybe wood, so big wood circle. Cool. So let's get camping, guys. We don't need the horses. No horsies in my world. We did do a test on a type of wood. I think the dark brown's going to look the best. Let's make sure I get those paints. There we go. I'm going to start with some oak brown and darken things up today. Nice, relaxing painting for an hour or two. Something super chill. There we go. So I'm just going to go at it on the wood spots on the side of the carriage. Nice little gradient upward. You can kind of see where the original panel used to be, which just needs a double layer or double coat. That gradient up is going to be pretty nice. Over the back side, just mostly wood. I'll probably use like some type of silver or something for the windows. There we go. Chance! Hi and bye. Buddy, you're so busy. Take care, buddy. Loch Ness. Dude, it is a relaxing morning. After breakfast, I woke up. I had coffee while doing an hour of editing. Then had some breakfast. And now I'm painting for a couple hours, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day working. I like having an hour in the morning to just do some video editing and some work because my brain's like wired and ready to go. So jumping in for an hour and then having my morning is pretty good. Get that anxiety, that work anxiety out of my way. So here's the back of it. It's pretty basic. It's just brown. What color should the roof be? Blue, green, red, or purple? Go. In the front of that carriage. Depends on the setting, but honestly, imagine green. Nice. Alright, green it is. Loch Ness. You are the creator now. Your creativity matters. Don't let anyone say otherwise. Next time you get in a fight with a boss and go, I'm creative. You'll win. No, yeah. Green's gonna be a good idea. Sick. Dude, green's gonna look great, actually. Especially if it's like camping. If I get this done in time, especially this wagon, it would be for the current adventure. If I can't get it done in time, then it is something waiting to be used for the next like campground sequence or one shot. So it's all about, am I good enough to get it done on time? Am I good enough? Do I need to do too much work on the bottom since no one's really going to see it? Just want it dark. So right now it looks pretty classic. Working on the wheels. Plaster, I think. Yeah, because these are made by WizKids. Or which ones of these are... Yeah, I think all that I'm working with right now are plaster. Sean, one of our supporters, went to the Amazon wishlist and purchased these, which sent it right over to my place. So obviously, I have to paint these as soon as possible. On top of being able to use it in this campaign and possibly the next one. They're brand new, so you have to paint them. Yeah, the light brown on top is very nice. I want to use a wash to not really necessarily darken it, but to stain it so it pops like in saturation. That's the word. Saturation. There we go. It's really about getting those cracks and crevices. All right. Yeah. That belly is really hard to get to with the axles and the wheels in the way. But I'm getting there. pick? It's a quiet morning. Maybe I started streaming too early. Alright. So we got, it looks like a lot of the base dark brown set. The sides of these. Make sure they're good. Cool, cool, cool. Some brown on that. That's okay with me. It's funny, it's like once I say like, hey, you know, we're ready to move on to the next color, there's always a spot. Standard lanterns? Oh no. I mean, what color should the lanterns be? Should they be standard orange? I think standard orange would look nice. It would be cool if I could put an RGB in there. That would be nice. But I have to dismantle the whole thing, and I don't want to do that. Let's see. I don't want to do blue. I would love to do blue. Blue or green, I don't want to do. Especially if we have a green top. Maybe purple fire? Little spot behind the wheel. There we go. All these little nooks. Cool. Sweet. Nice dark brown wood. Looks innocent and normal. Let's get that wash. Purple. There we go. Strong tone. Strong tone's too dark. Here we go. Light tone. Alright, we'll put some light tone in. Let's wash the brush. And the light tone's going to go on that top part of the wagon. Up here. Nice clean brush. So let's take a quick look before and after, since the top down isn't really working. So we have that dark brown filling up most of the wagon. Then up here on the side by the 3 windows, I'm going to put some light tone wash to really make that light brown sand color pop. A little fun fact about using wash on freshly painted paint is that the wash will actually pull off some paint, which is actually a good thing sometimes. Get that worn look. I'll show you an example of that. Okay, so before, get that nice light brown, rotate, and after, light brown or light tan, darkened up. Come on, autofocus, you don't have to be that cruel. And you can see on the beams of the window that the wash actually ripped off the top layer of the brown paint, versus on this side, it's still brown. It's a nice little, like, helpful way of kind of washing some stuff off after the fact. Really nice on the smaller detail spots. Almost acts like soap. Which just gives room for other paint to come in and shine. Here, I'll show you this. This one is actually not perfect, which is great. It gives a nice worn out look. Let's try to do something similar to the other side. Oop, bump the mic. Get some paint deep in those crevices first. And I'm gonna let that dry for just a few minutes. There we go. Okay, let's do the back. That makes more sense. Okay, so the current back is... Just realized I could do the other side of the top wood. There we go. It's okay if I get the splash of wash all over the roof, because we're going to paint that different color. So this is the back. The lighting. So that's the back. Just brown. And I need to use my wash to kind of literally wash away the paint while leaving a light brown stain. It's almost like reversed highlights. Or reverse dry brushing. 'Cause rather than adding a bright layer, I'm just removing the dark layer. Okay. Bop that with some paper towel. Looks pretty good, guys. All right. Make sure nothing is not stained. And there it is. It's a little shiny. That's just because it's wet. But now you see all those top details now pop because it had a lighter brown underneath. And with the dark brown coated on top, and I used the wash to stain it and remove the top layer over the sharp details. Go for it painting. Sam, how's it going? I know it's an early stream. All right. But I really love this effect. I don't do it often, but it looks so good. You can really get some nice worn wood look to it. Tyler, everyone's showing up. It's 9 o'clock on my end. I guess I started about a half hour too soon for all y'all. Alright, if I dab this side looks really nice and rustic and worn now. So, someday I'll learn how to hold this. So this is just base brown. Nothing really fancy on it. And then with using the wash and the brush to get this like worn out look where I just rub off the paint. Yeah, so it's very much, rather than paint on the distress, I paint it up with a base color and then I literally wear the paint off to get true distress on it. And then I'll add details on top after. It should end up looking like the style of when you want to refurbish furniture and you kind of sand the paint off and then paint it back on and then sand it. And that's kind of the look you get.
The white or the wood?
The wood.
Yeah.
Ooh, I did a little overdue on this side. That's interesting. But it's easy to stain and put back on. It kind of looks cool, though. If I let that dry and then put a nice, like, mahogany red stain on that, that'll look so good. So many clones and droids. Yeah, you got a lot of them. Especially for wargaming. Tyler, the music channel is going to be called Fables Tavern. This thing is looking rustic. It's so cool. It looks like I actually put work into it. I'm going to re-upload all the Alien music and the Star Wars music onto that channel first, since those are pretty much done. While also editing the Lore podcast and the next episodes of Curse of Amity Island. And I have to edit Allie's podcast while also editing paid client work.
Yay!
Guys, save me. Save me. There we go. Good. I'm glad that Star Wars music has helped you, Sam. I'm basically going to re-upload each track and then, similar to the Alien one, upload this kind of like ambient background one. Dude, I know. It'd be so cool if the lanterns lit up, but Loch Ness and I already talked about it. We're probably going to do something purple. And then the roof, Loch Ness voted to be green. You guys were a little too late, so Loch Ness won. I can't save you. I have to edit lore videos. Tabletop videos. Oh, too clean. Stain that. There we go. So the front coach, it's hard with the shadow, but it got its little stain wash pass. I'm gonna put that there. Let's dry that up. There we go. Should do this a little bit to the wheels as well, I suppose. Benny! Benny, it's been a minute. How you doing? Crit Finn? Is right now the time for you guys to get online? Am I starting my stream way too early? Tell me the secrets of your schedules, so I may stream and hang out with you, and we shall not be lonely. So we got the wheel, a little washed out. This is a normal brown wheel. And then the washed off. Washed out? I think washed out is a better wording. What is English? Just lost my job, so I'm doing great. Oh, buddy. Isn't that the world right now? Whatever you do, if you start applying for jobs on LinkedIn or Indeed, you're going to have to remake your resume and cover letter for every single application, because those softwares and platforms use keyword searches on your resume and cover letter to put you at the top of the list for the employer to look at. So you have to kind of like start renaming your job position and skills and your achievements based around the words in the application or submission that you are applying for.
Yeah, you need to redo your resume every time you submit for a job.
So, good luck, buddy. I hope that didn't overwhelm you. Did you 3D print these? No, these are from WizKids. Our supporter Sean purchased these on the Amazon wish list. There's a window back here,
Night air.
also known as Night Errant on Discord. And we got the Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures. They're unpainted, and it's an entire camp set.
You got us more camping stuff.
Yeah, and then there's a couple extra, what's the word? Bedrolls. But the top down's not working, so you guys are stuck with me in this shot, which I think is okay. Let's see. There we go. Nice rustic look. This is looking pretty cool, guys. It's hard to see this one. Question, is bro a hummingbird? Such a casual, specific call out. Are you going to put gunbolt metal on the treat of the wheels, depending on the timeline? I was thinking about that. I think it would be metal. And this isn't metal. This is ash gray. But yeah, I'll probably put some gunmetal on there. Thinking red curtains, and then that green roofing. Purple lantern. That's pretty much all I got for what I'm thinking for color. I think once the sides actually truly dry, stain it with the red wash to give it a mahogany look. That'd be cool. You guys want to see the leaf tent? So here's the normal tent. Just needs a wash and it'll be pretty much ready to go. This tent still needs some work on the bottom, but the top came out really nice. See a couple different layers of green just because of different splotches of underpaint. I want to do a really detailed pass with this doing red and orange and yellow leaves mixed in. Yeah, so the next uncut for backers is ready to go. Just need to make the thumbnail. The next episode of Curse of Amity Island is ready to go. Just need to make the thumbnail. And I'm just trying to get more of the episodes edited and close to ready to go before releasing. That's my hope. So that way it's a little bit more binging. Yeah, with Dante's Peak, I want to do everything's edited before release. So that way I can schedule and have a consistent release and also not chase the episodes. The next lore podcast episode's a lot of fun. Put a lot of graphics and animation work into it. I wonder who came up with calling the the video image preview a thumbnail back in the day. That's a good question. Critfin, I print a lot of D&D minis and terrain, but one problem I have too much so is I have to sell or give away because I run out of storage. Oh yeah, I know the feeling. I still have to give away some of these big minis that I've painted, like the Wizard Tower, the LED City House, and then the Ruined Cabin. I have not been able to put energy into figuring out how to do an auction or giveaway. Oh, have you guys been noticing and enjoying the latest community posts on the channel? The guess what class a character is? Classes in session. Marty McBard. Yeah, we have a whole list of characters. And then we'll even come back to characters like Batman and Superman who've been casted by different actors. And we'll just like ask which actor was the best of that character. It's fun. Fun and easy. Alright, let's put some wash on that big tent. Oh man, Benny, that's rough. The whole factory closed? Dang. Sorry to hear that. That's just happening everywhere. Kevin Conroy is the correct answer for Batman. Alright. So, I just put some wash on the tent. See if I can do this. Well, Benny, I hope you have stuff in line or you have stuff saved up so that way you can take care of yourself. Because that's scary. There we go. Oh, I mean, if I hold it correctly. So, not washed, washed. Not washed, washed. If you ever need a place to chat, we have the Discord. There we go. Trying to get with the wash, I'm trying to just put shadow into the ripples of the tent. It's like water stains. It's been raining all night. It's actually been raining all night over here. It's still raining, I think. Yeah, it's still raining.
Yeah, it's like, it's weird. It's not raining a lot. The raindrops are heavy.
At the right, at this angle, it actually looks like it's a blanket around my two fingers. Cool. That's set. Let's look at this. It's looking pretty cool, guys. Love the mindset. Stop copying me, Sam. Gosh. It's raining here and there at the same time. Gosh. Cool. Do I have my green? Where's my green? I found my green. Cool. If only it would come out. Plenty. There we go. All right. So now, what we're going to do, what was I just painting? Oh, I'm going to put green on the roof. And I'm going to start with Wizard Orb green.
Wizard orb?
Wizard Orb. So this is the green that we're going to start with. nice vibrant, close to like turquoise, but it's mostly in the green. It's a really like strong green that I like. And we can get other colors of green on there afterwards. Such a good choice, Loch Ness. This green is great on the roof. Red paint used to be dirt cheap because it literally came from dirt. I gotta grab a smaller paintbrush for the edges. I think the roof's gonna need like 2 coats of this green. This brush I'm currently using is a lot softer. It's a lot easier to get a second coat on. It's looking good. It's looking so good. Let's take a look. Oh, looks so good. Still wet, so you get a little bit too much shine, but if I... Twin Steel. Plan for the wagon. Here, let me get this little edge. You guys can catch him up. I have to do cleanup on the top wood piece. Okay. Almost ready to show you. Almost. Definitely gonna need some cleanup. All right. So the green roof came well is looking good. There's a lot of details going on the roof that can be a really nice detail pass. It's like waiting for a jump scare. At the top, let's see if focus on that little piece of upstairs wood. I gotta do a cleanup pass in there. But this like worn out wood look is so good. I think the rim around the front and the back should be a different color than green, as if like different material or different paint job happened there. Ooh, bronze. Bronze or gold. Just give it a little bit like fancy flair. Copper roof. Put the copper mixed with the green. That would look pretty cool. Green was the perfect choice, Lockness. Okay. Let's wash this brush a bit. Let's let this dry. Technically, green is copper. Glitch, what's up? All right, so we got this hunting tent. Super basic. But I want to put some of this like vibrant green hidden in there. Do I have orange, yellow, and red? I have orange and yellow. All right, so let's put on the leaf hunting tent. Looking at it, I can see where the colors are going to be. So, let's just start and try to get there. No good, Nate. And I can rub, it's gonna sound bad, but I can rub that off a little bit. Just like I did with the brown on the wagon to give it that rustic look. I put a little bit of that green on. The pop is a little too strong for now. That's okay. All I have to do is take this paper towel and clean it off. Nice. Then clean the brush. Let's put some yellow leaves. And we'll put some brown, not brown, orange leaves. Brown leaves wouldn't, they are real, but they wouldn't blend well because I have the brown wood. So it'd actually be an illusion to the eye. You'd think it'd actually be wood there. So I need to avoid brown leaves. So I'm using elven skin, elven flesh. Even creepier of a word. So even the ones that I'm going to paint orange are going to get painted yellow. So that way under the orange there is a yellow base supporting it. Dice Dragon Guild! Yo, everyone's coming online right now. Love it. I guess I gotta start streams at 9 o'clock, not 8 o'clock.
After you're about to get off and start work.
You guys are gonna love the next 3 lore podcasts. Chris and I get really deep. So the next episode on the lore podcast, we talk about... Look at that paint job. Let's get in there. We talk about the Eastlands. My continents are broken up in west, east, south, and north. And we talk about elementals, cat cities, and some really cool ideas I've been looking forward to sharing with you guys. Episode after that, we're talking about the Southlands, which is jungles and deserts, and evil snake people. And some dinosaurs.
That's me.
And then the third episode is Cosmology of My World. We cover some really cool stuff that I don't see anyone else's D&D worlds really do. So I'm really excited to share those. Lunch break time on the East Coast. Oh, that is a good point. It is lunchtime for you guys. I had my alarm set for earlier, but work stuff. I suddenly got taken back to my childhood button smashing, that party button. Having a race to the East Pole. Vegan tacos? Steak dinos? Oh wait, snake dinos. There's also steak dinos. It's a good restaurant. You should check it out. Been enjoying the lore conversations with Chris. Fun to learn about the choices you made more fleshed out. Lunchtime now for Diablo 613. Alright, well, you guys are convincing me that I should start my stream an hour later, which I'm okay with. Gives me time to eat my breakfast. After all, where I live is at the end of a day for everyone else. Alright, so we got some green and yellows on top, vibrant green with yellows on top of that nice forest washed out green. Be back in a meeting. Dice Dragon. My children, 5 and 8, have been showing me a book they have of oddities. Animals, plants, locations around the world, and it is a great inspiration for world building. Oh yeah, any book or video that I find that's on just like the real world, even history. Pick an empire. Great inspiration. In the next episode of the Lore Podcast, I'm doing actually a lot more animation with texts, maps, and some art to help visualize a lot of the world building ideas that we talk about. So I'm hoping that will, especially in the first 10 minutes. So hopefully that can help, like, paint pictures in your mind. All right. So now I'm going to put some orange. It was a little too much orange. There we go. I have a possible sponsor for the next lore podcast. And it kind of ties in well. So I'm excited for that. And it's just it's not like a paid sponsorship. It's shutting out somebody's Kickstarter. And then if you guys go to that Kickstarter, I get like a percentage of your support on their Kickstarter. Okay. Re-inspiration. I've been doing a little reading from the original D&D appendices of the books that inspired the creators. Lord of Light is a really cool book. I'll have to check it out. It's super basic, but that is almost better to get a foundation in places of where to start while pulling from the real world. Like we're worried about goblins. Meanwhile, here's a real life caterpillar that has enough venom in a single spine to kill 4 adult humans. True. So we got some nice colors going on with this. Which helps it pop if I put it on like a green battle mat. I think I put a little bit more green on there. There we go. Just around the edges where it's not as vibrant. It's a cool looking cape. Lord of Light by Robert Zelensky. It's on Audible. Not sponsored. Yeah, if you want a goblin fight to go left field, all you gotta do is add an animal that's deadly in the real world. Put a giant snake, a giant bug. And he's like, this is also here. Good luck. It's not really tactics that you have to worry about for that monster. You just survival. It's either hungry or trying to flee. And if anyone gets below a certain amount of health, let's say half health, that monster is going to go after them. Alright, I did the fading of the wood underneath just to give it that nice texture highlight. And I think it looks really nice now. No one's really ever going to look down there, or at least the camera won't see it, but if someone wants to pick it up and take a look, they can appreciate some texture work. Giant dung beetles? Oh yeah, they just come out of nowhere. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, the next episode of Curse of Amity Island is edited and ready to go, and for patrons, the next uncut, which covers the next 2 episodes with extra bits that are cut out, is ready to go. I'm just trying to get a little bit further on an episode that's the episode after in the editing process before releasing the next episode, so that way you guys can binge the next couple episodes. Alright, let's look for a red wash. I should have one somewhere around here. It's raining hardcore outside. Found my red wash. Bit low? No, there's enough. Be good to add to the wood of the wagon, so that way it has a mahogany wood look. And that should contrast with the green roof really well. Alright. Oh, and then this weekend we're shooting the second session of Dante's Peak. Alright, so on the brown of the wagon, since we did the washing away of the brown paint look, it's a really nice rustic look. The idea now is to take the red wash and stain the highlights. I should toss this out there for anyone who doesn't know. I try to stream on Tuesdays versus every day since I got a lot to do. So if you're going to subscribe for the stream, it happens on Tuesdays. And on the Discord, you can get notified solely just for the stream rather than everything I upload. Makes it a lot easier. Link down below. The stain's kind of working. It's definitely getting a red hue to it, but it's looking like lipstick red, not mahogany red. So I might have to let it dry and put a, what is it called? A light tone on top of it to brown it out, to give it more of a gold. Oh, Benny, yeah. Binging D&D for 8 hours while you work. I've always wondered, it's always funny, like, making tabletop videos versus watching it. It takes so much more time to make it really digestible and fun than it takes to listen to it. Like, the amount of time it takes me to make one full good episode, you guys could binge 4 or 5. maybe more. And it's like such an unfair advantage. So here's a look of what the red looks like. You can look at the back. That's the naked. And then that's the red added. Looks really good. Oh, thank you, Glitch. Do you have any videos or tips on how to build your following on YouTube with Tabletop RPG? I don't have videos on it. I would make videos on it if I had a lot bigger following. It's a balancing act because the hard part about tabletop content is it really goes against the grain sometimes of what platforms want or are fighting for. Like, platforms want short form content. Oh, they want live streams. Right? And it's like, people will watch what people want to watch. You know, the people who want to watch a short are sometimes different people or a different mood than wanting to watch long form content. My thing is, what I know to be true, based off how everyone watches and consumes tabletop content, is no matter how much work you put in the visual, the audio comes first. Because a lot of the times people are just listening to it, which is totally okay. And you want to build up the library. So something I'm doing moving forward on the channel is, rather than trying to release weekly whenever an episode's ready, is really work out the adventure, the campaign. If I have 5 episodes, I need to work on those 5 episodes before releasing one. So that way they all drop relatively close to each other. So it's easier to binge the moment you find an episode. Because that's a big deal. And honestly, after that, it's the library game, not the video game. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Most YouTubers and content creators are racing to get the next video up. What I'm planning to do, this is my strategy. Don't know if it's going to work for anyone else, but it's all about trying to get a library of the series up, because people want to binge the story. So you want that library to exist as close together as possible, so then you work on the next series, whether it's the same world or a different world. Then if you want a single video, something I'm going to be trying to do is, when I have a one shot, you don't want too many episodes. Maybe just one. Cut it down. And then, honestly, something that Sam Kent in chat is doing really well is not focusing on Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is a very saturated market. Look at some of the newer, like, niche following tabletop games. Shadow Dark. The new Marvels. Not Marvels, but Marvel superhero tabletop game. There's a lot of art out there that you can get made for that. There's so much content to go through, even for one session. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably watch an entire session dozens of times just to get through the edit. I've been meaning to say something about reposting the classes and session series. I could repost it and just have it as a playlist. Let me think about that. Because right now, it's classes in session is kind of moved to the, like, Monday through Friday image polls on community post. It's way easier for you guys to interact with. It's way lower effort to produce. Also, Austin and Tway are really busy. But reposting the current episodes, I can sit down and think about the cleanest way to do that. Totally. You gotta check out our Heart the City Beneath. Looks like 60 and 90 minute videos are popular as well. Yeah, so I try to make the episodes somewhere around 40 to 90 minutes. A big thing in the tabletop genre is, can you afford to put the effort in to make it shorter than the raw game, which is usually like 4 to 5 hours, right? A lot of people don't do that post-production work, and they just post 4 to 5 hours worth of content, which, to be fair, has a market. People have the time to binge all that. But it's a much nicher market than somebody sitting down to watch a well-edited hour-long video. Oh, I did repost it. Good. Thank you. I'm Frad. Good. It needs to be public. I think a big headache for me is constantly trying to make sure that the channel is thriving well enough just to grow or make sure you guys are watching what you want to watch, while at the same time I don't obsess over the numbers to a point that it's like depressing or upsetting. Because it's just a game that I don't like playing on the behalf of somebody else's company's website. Alright, we got a little bit of red on all around. You can really see it in comparison to the wheels. Let's let that dry so I don't smudge it. All right, take a look at this little texture of the wood underneath the camping tent. And then the leaves. I think that looks very nice and pretty. And then the big tent, it's still drying. It's still very wet. Did not dry well though. You can see some of the wash kind of just rolled down. It might look good as like a stain. I just need to buff it out a bit. Love to see a anime RPG video game style D&D video. Ooh. So an anime RPG video game style D&D video. Like Genshin.
As an actual play or as what?
I don't know. Could be as an actual play.
It's-
It would be cool and interesting to see, like, you know, how it's terrifying to see the... It's terrifying and interesting to see the new, like, AI videos come out where it's, like, almost, like, real-life footage. It'd be so interesting to be able to take... This would take such an advanced AI to do this. But, like, take Curse of Amity Island... Give it to it. Give it pre-made character art for all the characters. And just see what it generates as a movie. That'd be so interesting. Oh, the chat bar on the side of the screen hasn't been showing chat this entire time? Wow. My tech has been broken today, everybody.
The black bar.
It's just a black bar. Good morning. And animated background. That's actually a good use of it. Yeah, I'm actually designing, like... I like to call them company pillars. Very similar to the idea of design pillars from when you make video games. You want the pillars to guide your creations, like cover some stupid, dumb questions that can come up in any part of the creative process or management process, and you can look to those pillars as guiding checkpoints or guiding poles to get you to the next thing. One example, yeah, I could just bring it up and look at a couple, because I think this is really important that YouTube channels and just people in general, when they want to make stuff, don't do. Especially when you do things in a group, it helps a lot. Fables pillars. Okay. Let's see. One pillar. Keep your heavy at the door. Meaning, real world politics, stress, and concerns are not welcome at the gaming table. It's kind of an important pillar to have, especially when you do gaming with friends. You could do this for just like your normal hangout with friends, right? I have one pillar. No NDAs at Fables. Trust each other, the pillars and the leadership. Open and fairness. Filter yourself instead of being filtered. Breaking trust even once is a quick way out. Collaboration is important. Would I have contracts with people? Well, especially like if big money is involved? Yes. But NDAs for us to just play a game, or contracts just to play a game, not important. I'm building a pillar to cover how and how not to use AI. And that's kind of important. Especially with the contrasting narrative and perspectives out there for AI. It's hard to explain. It would be a bitch to add it, but could be automated pretty easily, I think. So yeah, like I have good to go, use AI for this, don't use AI for this, and then cautionary. Nice cautionary one. Well, one thing to use it for is disposable imagery, AI generation, or AI generative art. Like thumbnails. If I can use it to help generate thumbnails, smart. Use AI to help edit B-roll or edit episodes, great. Simple stuff like that. Things to be careful of is using AI to create art that I could use a paid artist for. That makes a lot of sense to use a paid artist for. If I was to make and sell printed books, I would not use AI art in that, unless the artist I uses AI to help their process. Then I would support them. Simple stuff like that. So like, yeah, pillars can help guide some things, and that's especially when new technology comes in. You want to think about that stuff. And it just helps guide you in your creative process, whether it's tabletop content or video creation or whatever. All right, guys, it is 10:30 my time, which means I gotta wrap up, clean this table, and hunker down and do some client editing. Man, I want a cookie. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you all on Tuesday next week. My alarm just got off. I was like, what does that sound? All right, I'll see you guys next week. My buttons aren't working, so I'm just going to leave. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your week. Remember to hit the like button. Thanks, guys. Love you.